a daily reminder that the Democrat Party and woke corporations think black people and brown people are too stupid or too helpless to have a photo ID to vote. Hello once again, all my fellow patriots and you filthy leftist stalkers out there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Angela Box. You're watching Angela's Soapbox, where I always say what you are thinking. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button, liking or rumbling this video, commenting on this video, and of course, sharing this video, especially with your filthy leftist friends, because they truly hate my guts, and for me, that's a badge of honor and nothing better, frankly. All right. I haven't done a COVID video in a minute, so this is worth it. So, the sea turtle killing plastic straws going to our dark overlords who are using the COVID vaccine to thin the herd, and if it isn't obvious by now, it should be. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, so first of all, I would like to congratulate you if you're watching this and you have withstood the largest worldwide propaganda push in the history of the world ever for the last, 900 days or whatever. Yay us. We did not get jabbed. We did not wear masks. We did not social distance. We did not do anything these psychopaths told us to do, and yet we are still walking around just fine. So, yay me and yay you. So, but on a serious note, we have a situation with the actor Jamie Foxx, and a few weeks ago, Jamie Foxx suddenly became very ill. People were very, very closed-lipped about what is going on with Jamie Foxx, and they're like, oh, he had a medical emergency, and everyone's like, did he now? Did he have a medical emergency? A man in the prime of his life, in his 50s, he's in great shape, he's a movie star, he has, all the best nutritionists and the best trainers, I wonder what it could possibly be. Surely it's not the vaccine. Well, come to find out, this reporter AJ Benza, which I remember AJ Benza from, there was a show, and Ted Casablanca, that's who it was, on E! And Ted Casablanca, he had a gossip show, and all these gossip columnists would, before the internet, before the internet, before gossip columns were online and things like Perez Hilton and, Pink is the New Blog and all these things that were really nascent, very early. So AJ Benza was a gossip columnist, I think, for Page 6. Anyway, he used to be on Ted Casablanca's show years ago. That's how I know him. But he said on Dr. Drew's show just last week that he's been told that Jamie Foxx was forced to get the vaccine for a role, which, here's the deal, Jamie, and I'm horrified as to what's happened to you. Let me stipulate that for the record, all right? But under no circumstances, I don't care how much money you offered me. I don't care all the riches in the world, Angela. You'll never have to work again a day in your life if you'll only get the vaccine, because we need you to get the vaccine in order to keep everybody safe on the crew. You know what I would say? No. No, thank you. Hell no. So Jamie Foxx was forced to get a vaccine to do this movie, which, again, Jamie Foxx has a lot of money. Not sure why he thought he needed to do this, but when I finish the story, you're going to see why, that this is just awful. So AJ Benza says that what he's been told is that Jamie Foxx, right after he got his COVID vaccine, had a horrible reaction. He's now blind and partially paralyzed. And I mean, the chills I get thinking about that, what that poor man is going through, and, forget his money and his fame and all that. As a human being, to be stricken down like that, it just renders you helpless. And it really evens the playing field. All the money in the world, all the fame in the world cannot stop you from having a horrible, horrible outcome by taking this jab. Because whatever was in the jab that they gave Jamie Foxx, which, I have my theories about why certain people get sick and why certain people drop dead and why certain people have horrible complications and why certain people don't. I mean, honestly, I feel like some of the batches are poisoned. I don't know how else would it be that it's so random that people have either horrible injuries or death, or then some people are just fine. Because it affects all different people. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, fat, thin. It doesn't matter. It's just so random. How else would you describe it unless you think about that some of these batches are literally poisoned. Anyway, so now Jamie Foxx is in a really bad way, and they want us to, and the fact that the movie studio still is forcing vaccines on people after all this time, after all that we've learned, that you can't lie to yourself anymore to say that this thing is totally safe. You just can't. If you do, then you're a liar, or you're part of Big Pharma, or you are, you're going to go to the mat for your decision until the day you die. And that's fine. That's your right to do that. But more and more people are having complications because of this vaccine. And I think Jamie Foxx, being such a high profile person, they are making it so that nobody's allowed to talk about it. And that's what AJ Benza was saying, that this is a all hands on deck suppression campaign, a censorship campaign, that you are not allowed to talk about it. So someone in Jamie Foxx's camp clearly was able to get the word out. And I would like to know what exactly is going to be done to this movie studio that forced this on him. I would imagine a lawsuit would be in order. I pray that he regains his eyesight. I have not heard of that complication before, but my God, there's all kinds of complications. And you know what's crazy? So one of the complications now, and they're saying this with a straight face, okay? They're saying that that multiple sclerosis is this uptick in multiple sclerosis and cardiac issues is somehow related together. Let me look at this. Let me pause the video and read this correctly so you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to insert the screenshot. Be right back. Couple things that I inserted here. Let me just go over them. So one of them is the global surge in heart deaths report finds, but no questions about vaccines. The Daily Skeptic, an article this month in Global Health Now highlights a, quote, global surge in cardiovascular deaths. However, the data oddly stopped in 2018. And as usual, there's not a single mention of vaccine side effects. And then, if you look at what the deep state is up to, the Rockefeller Foundation and World Health Organization announced partnership to expand global pandemic preparedness in the era of climate change. So they're blaming vaccine deaths and vaccine injuries on climate change. They're saying there's an uptick in all of these heart issues because of climate change. Like, I know that people are real dumb. I get it. Like, we're dealing with a very dumbed down population. Got it. But, like, even the dumbest people among us have to go, like, really? You're blaming heart attacks on the weather? Like, is this the level to which we have now sunk? And then there's this. COVID-19 vaccination can induce multiple sclerosis via cross-reactive something cells recognizing blah, blah, blah. So COVID vaccines are now causing multiple sclerosis. And then they say, and this is what they're saying, sudden cardiac death and multiple sclerosis caused by active demyelination of the medulla oblongata. Basically saying, oh, it's something weird in the brain that's causing all of this, not the vaccine. No. You're clearly an insane person if you think any of this has to do with the vaccine. Now listen, I have a good friend. He's a doctor. He will go to his grave thinking that this vaccine saved millions of lives and whatever. And I say, bunk, it did not. It killed millions of people because COVID-19 was easily survivable. 99.98% people survive. Not to mention the fact that the Lancet report, the hysteria about hydroxychloroquine being going to cause heart attacks and ivermectin being a horse drug, and all the things they suppressed that could have helped treat COVID-19. And we now know that this was 100% released. It was I think 100% on purpose. Like, you can't deny what's going on anymore, unless of course you're going to go to the mat and die on this hill that there's nothing wrong with these vaccines and everything is fine. So look, I pray for Jamie Foxx. I pray for his family. This is a horrible, horrible story. I would not wish this on anybody. Left, right, center, no. It's bad. It's really bad. And unfortunately, I think we're going to see a lot more of this, especially because studios continue to force people to get vaccinated against their will. And all I have to say is just say no. Just don't do it. And if you're offered the part of a lifetime or the job of a lifetime, but it requires you to put poison into your body that you don't know what's going to happen to you, maybe you'll be fine, but maybe you won't be, and maybe 6 months down the line you'll drop dead just in your sleep. Don't do it. There's no amount of money that's worth your life. There's no amount of money that's worth you being removed from your family's life. Like, there isn't. Like, stop with the idea that you have to do what these people are saying to do. No, just don't do it. Just say, I refuse to do it. I'm not doing it, and you can't make me, so no. All right, guys, that's where I'm going to leave this video. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you in the next one. I will be done. Bye.